Hi Flosstube, welcome to my channel. This is Jill with Count on Linens. Thanks for stopping by. Today I am back in my sewing room and ready for an update. Today I'm going to talk about some Christmas stitching, of course. It's December. There's one more week until Christmas and we're super excited, aren't we? All right, I'm sure everyone is, if you're watching this around Christmas time, I'm sure that you're anticipating lots of things coming up. Perhaps family gatherings, getting the gifts ready, getting the food ready, getting your house ready, or possibly traveling, plans with friends and loved ones, possibly having some time off of work, or maybe you're still working. Lots of possibilities. I just hope that you're all enjoying the holiday season and perhaps having a little bit of quiet time too, to sit down and stitch and to enjoy just the time. All right, so I have lots of finishes and starts and all things cross stitch today. I do have a little bit of quilting as well, and I'll share that at the end. So I'll give you an overview of what I'll be talking about today. I'll start with thank yous, a little bit of shop news, finishes, starts, whips. I'll do some sharing of Christmas stitching that I've done throughout the years, and a little bit of haul, and then end with quilts. I do have a winner for our giveaway, and I'll be sharing that midway through the video. So let's start with our thank yous. So on November 17th, Just Keep Stitching, Pam and Steph gave me the recognition for Silver Flosstube. Thank you so much, Pam and Steph. That was amazing. I appreciate the recognition. I appreciate all the kind words that you shared about me and about Judy, my mom, and the time that we had together at Shepherd's Bush where we met. Pam shared some insights talking to my mom, and that was really sweet. Stephanie shared her purchase of my linen, and thank you for that. And I hope, Stephanie, that you're enjoying it. So also wanted to give a shout out to a floss tuber that I met at Jingle Ball. Her name is Allison, and she has a floss tube. It's, let's see, Mrs. AZ Family Zoo Stitches. And she's been, I think she's had her video for quite a few years, and she has a little bit of everything for everyone. I feel like she can reach out to a large audience. She does punch needle, embroidery, cross stitch. She also does some quilting, and she loves animals. Her family has an animal sanctuary, and so if you love animals, that's a video right up your alley. So thank you, Allison, for she gave me a shout out in her last video, and it was a pleasure meeting you and getting to know you in our little stitchy room during Jingle Ball. Another thank you, I wanted to reach out to Diane. She's my neighbor just down the road. She stopped by and gifted me a bag of, actually 3 bags of goodies, cross stitch from her dear friend who recently passed away, and she was the recipient of a number of items from her collection, and along with that was a lot of DMC. And Diane has quite a few. I think she has the full collection, so she shared with me what was left over, and I have, just to share, I'll share one bag with you, and we're talking this heavy bag full of bags of DMC skeins, all categorized and organized in bags with numbers. Thank you so much, Diane. That was so sweet. I wanted to thank all the viewers for coming back, for the new viewers for subscribing. Thank you so much. And if you are new today, I hope that you subscribe and like my channel and stick around and see what I have to share. For shop news, I have a new color that I'd like to introduce. This is a limited edition. It's called Sagebrush, and I have it in Ada, which is a 16 count, and it's equivalent to a DMC. I think that it's 3024 is the color, so that will help you know what color it is. So I only have one count of Ada, and that's in the 16 count. And then I have the Sagebrush also in the linen, and it is equivalent to DMC 524. And this is a really pretty green and gray, light green, I would have to say. This is a limited edition because I don't think I'll be offering it again, just because it was an attempt to do a different color and it wasn't working out, and so I decided to go in a new direction and just call it green and do a green gray. And so when I run out, it'll be gone. And so right now I have 32 count and 36 count available for the linen. In the spring, I'll be offering a collection of greens, and so hopefully I'll be able to do something a little similar at that time. In other shop news, I guess I probably should tell you that I do have an Etsy account for those of you who are new. It is called Count on Linens, and I offer hand-dyed fabrics, primarily linen with a little bit of Ada cloth. And I introduced a line of fall colors, my fall collection, and I still have that available, and I will continue to do that as long as people are wanting it. And then in January, the end of January, I'll be introducing my winter collection. And then I have some new arrivals to supplement my Etsy account, or my Etsy shop, sorry. And I'm going to be offering some bundles of fabrics to make project bags. So it'll be 4 fat quarters and a zipper and some interfacing to make your own project bag. And I have a collection of fat quarters. This is a Jane Austen Mansfield Park line of fabrics, and they're really beautiful. I just love them. So I'll be curating some bundles for you to make your own project bags, and that'll be coming up in January to kick off the Jane Austen celebration year 2025. I'll be offering some kits throughout the year for quilts that are Jane Austen. So I do have a kit available in January called Mansfield Park, and I will also be, I just going to show you this one. This is a table runner. It's a Lori Holt Pretty Petals runner, and this is brand new and was just released, and it makes has the kit supplies everything to make this really pretty table runner. So I'll be offering this in my shop along with some other goodies that I'm excited about. So be sure to stick around for the end of the video where you can see my QR code for my Etsy store. All right, and then I do have, let's see, before I show you that, I want to introduce the winner of the last my last video's giveaway, and that is this project bag. And I made this back in the fall. It's a brand new bag. I haven't used it. And it has this really pretty pink bee fabric lining. And the winner of this bag is Linda. Linda Spost congratulations. If you could please give me a message, either on, if you could go to my Instagram, Count on Linens, or you can email me, countonlinens@gmail.com, and then we can arrange the shipping for that. So congratulations, Linda. And then I wanted to share with you a previous finish, a Christmas finish that I did years ago. And this is, I don't even know the name of it. I did it so long ago and I don't have the chart. But it is, I will remember Christmas and keep it in my heart. So maybe that is the title, because it is around this Santa Claus. And I believe this is an Alma Lynn design. Let's see if I can share up close. And he has a beautiful coat. And his Santa bag is all packed to deliver his presents. Let's see what I'm sharing with you. Let's see. And there's just some buttons on there. This is just some cotton. And the little tree. The fabric that I use for this is just a really soft Aida cloth. It's probably the largest count that you can find. And then I believe I used, it almost looks like 4 strands of, maybe 5 strands of floss. And I remember doing this early 2000s, because I remember the house I lived in when I made him. And so this is really fun. And it's a big wall hanging, and sometimes this year I'm just putting it on my sofa because I don't really have a wall to display it. I wanted to share that with you as a previous finish, and then we will continue on with our Christmas parade. All right, so I have just 2 finishes, and then I think I have 3 starts. So I'll share. In November, I finished Autumn Garland, and this is the Madame Chantilly stitch. And I shared this last time, and I told you that I was going to finish it, and I did. I had some extra stitching time in November. My husband was gone for about 3 weeks, and he went home to see his mother in England and his sister. And while he was away, I thought I'd get a lot done. I didn't get a ton done, but I did get a few things finished, and one of them is this Autumn Garland. And there's the pattern. I used actually, I didn't use all the called for. I used the conversion from Shepherd's Bush, and then I used Heartland linen from Picture This Plus. All right. Another finish. This is something that I stitched last December and finished it last year, and then did a full finish just last night. Finished it up. And this is Stacy Nash's Merry Pinkeep. And I decided to put it in a frame. And I thrifted this frame. Roger cut it down for me, sized it, and put it back together, and then I painted it black. And I used all the called for DMC, and this is stitched on Patriot's Brew by R&R. I just love this so much. And then on the back, I had some scrapbook Christmas paper, so I just put that on the back. So I finished that last night, so I'm going to find a good place to display that downstairs in my big room. Those are my 2 finishes, and now I have just some Christmas whips that I'll share with you. All right. Okay, the last video I shared that I started this, Pennsylvania Christmas 2 by Shakespeare's Peddler, and I'm doing this one right here. And I'm stitching this on Zion Sunset. It's one of my linens. and I'm using Bamboo by Classic Colorworks. This is just the cotton. And this is coming together nicely. I haven't spent a whole lot of time on it. I'm hoping that I'll get at least one done this winter and get it sewn up into a pillow, or possibly, I don't know, maybe I'll put it in a little frame. All right, many of you have seen, or many of you have stitched this Hometown Holiday Sampler Sew Along by the Fat Quarter Shop. I am stitching this on, oh goodness, I think it's a fiber on the Whim Cream and Sugar, and I managed to get the alphabet done. I'm not sure if this is even okay. And then we're just working on, filling in the little blocks, the little they're like quilty blocks, I think. And then here are my colors. And then I just put these on these little floss drops that I made. And all of this are the DMC called for, and then I actually toned the colors down and did a tea. No, I think it was coffee dunk. I used coffee, and I just dropped them in a cup of coffee, and then I dried them in the oven for a few minutes. And then my Hometown Holiday, of course, is organized into my Hometown Holiday project bag that I made. And then my sister gifted me for my birthday this little charm, along with some other stitchy goodies. She stopped by to say hi, and we spent a little time together. It was really fun. Okay. And then I have a Mirabilia Christmas Elf Fairy. Isn't she sweet? I started this a few years ago. This is on Summer Khaki Belfast Linen. It's the Zweigart. And I started on the beads this week. I've stitched her head. I've just been working on getting all the details done. I've had the big wing and the dress done for quite a while, and the boots. And then the other day I finished the tree and her head and her hat. And see that? It's the Whisper fluffy cotton and the beads. If you like detail, beading, you might love beading. I am very much a detail person, and I'm finding that at first I thought the beading would be daunting. This is my first Mirabilia, but I actually love it. Here's the Whisper. That's what that looks like. It's very furry and hairy, and I'm just using one strand. And then these are I purchased the kit through 123 Stitch, and these are all the colors. And these are all Classic Colorworks, but I did change out. This is for the hair, because I'm stitching this for my stepdaughter Haley for her Christmas stocking, and I really wanted to tone down the hair a little bit, and so it's more of a brown instead of a red. And then a couple more stitches that I have for Christmas, which I haven't been working on lately, but I just thought I'd share. And this is First Day of Christmas Sampler and Tree by Hello from Liz Matthews. And I'm stitching this on 40 count Tyco Newcastle linen. And here's my progress. I really love this. I think it's so pretty. And I can't see what okay, let's better. I'm not used to this camera. I love the pears. And these are the colors. I actually did my own conversion. This pattern calls for DMC and the NPI silk. And so I'm using Whiskey and Goldenrod Weeks Dye Works for the pears. I'm using for the leaves Weeping Willow and English Ivy Classic Colorworks for the leaves. For the bird, Red Rocks and Arrowhead Weeks Dye Works. And then Black Coffee Classic Colorworks for the black. And I think it's coming together nicely. This fabric is very tiny. It's a tiny 40 count. And it's not one that I rush to get back to because I'm not used to stitching on 40 count, but I do love it, and it's just such a small one. I should be able to finish it this year, or not this year, but maybe in January. Our year is coming to a close, and then I have my little thread bed for all my threads for that one. Okay, I do have the collection Little House Needleworks Hometown Holiday Series, and I finished the needle workshop. I have one finished, and I've been working on, and I don't know where it is. Let's see. So to be real, this is my second time going through this video. I did a full recording of this video, and then I played it and I didn't have any audio. It was completely silent. I don't know what happened. And then I tried a second time, and my fire alarm was chirping. And so at 10 minutes in, I had to stop it, and we had to deal with that. And so now my lighting, it's like late afternoon, so we'll see how it goes. So things are a little bit out of order, and I may be a little jumbled, not knowing what I've shared and what I haven't shared. So bear with me, but this is the bookstore. And I have another stitch I'm sharing, so it kind of got hijacked, but this is what I was looking for. So this is the bookstore. All right, that's that one. And then the ones that I've collected so far, and I will stitch these individually and finish them individually. The Pet Shop. I shared the Needlework store already, and this is the Main Street Station. Mercantile. I think that's so cute with the bell and the little bike. And of course we had to get this quilt shop. So cute. If you watch Country Stitches with Deb and Liz, Deb is she's been working on this. She finished one, and I think she's working on the second one, where she's done a row of the houses and then putting them together as a full collection. And then she's added trees in between and has made it really special, and definitely has customized it with her own taste, and a lot of backstitching and different textures on her trees. It's really pretty. So this is the Hometown Holiday Series that maybe one day I will finish. I wanted to share that with you. Okay, so those are all my whips, and then I'll share some of my starts. I was going to share this first, and then we got out of order, but that's okay. Okay, I had a birthday in November, and I shared last time that I wanted to start the dwelling place as my birthday start. This is a Teresa Kogut, Creative Whims, and I started it. And I started on the right, top right corner. And this is what I have so far. And just started there with the heart and worked my way down and then across. And I'm stitching this on my linen called Salty Lake. And this is 36 count. No, this is actually a 40 count. I'm doing this on 40 count, which will be really pretty. And then here are my colors. And I put them on these floss drops. And I'm using all of the called for. They're mostly primarily DMC, and there's some Weeks Dye Works and some classic Colorworks in there. So I'm happy I started that. I participated in the Jingle Ball, like I said. So I have a couple of starts from that. And one is the hashtag Joy from Hands On Design. And this is what I hijacked. This is platinum that I did for the hometown holiday. And I thought it would be really pretty for the hashtag Joy. And so that is the bottom. That's what I started with. And I just love the red and green together. I hope my lighting's okay. It was perfect at noon. And now it's, I don't even know what time it is. Oh, it's 4 o'clock. Okay. We stopped for lunch and regrouped. Okay. This is Stacy Nash's, I'm sure many of you have seen this. This is the Gingerbread House Pinkeep. Or sewing book, I guess. She calls it the sewing book. And this is my progress. I didn't get it finished, but I'm almost done with the front, so I'm feeling good about it. I need to fill in the windows, and then this little window here needs to be done. And this is the front. And I'm using Straw by Weeks Dye Works. And this is the old Weeks. Stitchers talk about the old and the new. And I'm not sure. I mean, I really like, it's really soft. It was really easy to iron. I do like, I guess it's not a Zweigart. Maybe it's a Witchell. I don't know. But I do like it. And I think it's a good gingerbread color. I'm using this wool that I purchased at one of our local quilt shops, along with some ribbon that I purchased it pink, and then I just tea-dyed it just to make it look more vintagey. And then I'm using some of my linen that I tea-dyed, not tea-dyed, but natural dyed, and it's like a pinky color, and I'll use that for my lining. And for those of you who haven't seen it, this is what it looks like. I really enjoyed the classes for Jingle Ball. Stacy did a beautiful job with her tutorial. So did Kathy. I also did Teresa Koget's Frosty Garland, and I haven't started that one, but I did participate in the class. All right. So now I'm going to share with you some past Christmas, stitching designs, which is I have some in the background. You can see this bag here. I'll just pull it down. This is a Little House Needleworks. Here is the chart. My LNS stitched just without the alphabet, and so that's what I did. And here is my finish. I did it in a bag, just a little bag, and it's called Winter Plaid. Don't you just love that house? It's so cute, and little hearts. So I finished that one a couple of years ago, and then I have the Winter of the Prairie Seasons, and this is, of course, the Prairie Schooler. And here is my vintage finish, all called for colors. Love the little rabbits. In Utah, our rabbits turn white in the winter. These ones are brown. Okay, so there's my winter prairie. And then I have Cranberry Christmas by Kathy Hands-On Design. And then I finished that with a pom-pom trim. Just love this one. And here's the chart. Cranberry Christmas. That was a fun one to finish. And stitch. All of these are so fun to stitch. Mr. Marshmallow by Brenda Gervais. I used all the called for. The sulky I did for this one, all the called for. And all of this the called for. And I even did the Kermit linen on this one. Those fun buttons. I am a hot cocoa addict. I'm a Utah girl. I don't go to the sugar shacks though. I don't go to the iconic sugar. There's just too much sugar, and I love my soda, just the Diet Coke. But I do love the hot cocoa. So this is that velvet, and I pulled this out and I'm like, I thought I was going to do the velvet or the white pom-pom trim, and it didn't get on there. So this, sometime before I put it away, I'll get that on there. All right, Snow for Christmas. This is a Brenda Gervais, and I finished this into a pillow. I'll just grab this back here. And this sweet pillow here. And I put the snowball in there, but I'm not loving it. This is just the fuzzy trim. And I really love how this turned out. And the back, see how I just have that pin? I don't know, I'll probably put a fake button on there, maybe 3. I think it'd be cute, maybe 3 buttons, and then just tack them down, just to give it a cute finish on the back. Okay, so I have one mattress. Have you seen Kathy's mattresses? I do have one mattress that I've stitched and finished. I love all of her what does she call them? Pincushion and fob. This is Winter, Flower of Winter. And it says, stillness is the flower of winter. And the chart came with a piece of wool to finish it like this. And then I have the buttons that match. Just Another Button Company, I think it's called. Yeah. And then I have 2 finishes here. This one, and I don't have charts for them today, but this is a Lizzie Kate Winter. And then I do have all the seasons, and I just pop them out. It's like the Priscilla and Chelsea way of doing things. And then this is magnet on, and then I just switch it out for the different seasons, which I love to do. And then this one is Little House Needleworks Alphabet, and I do have one for winter. I have them for all of the seasons. I didn't share, I don't know if I shared my autumn, but there you go. I love the ice skates, and the little sleigh, and that little wreath. Very cute. And then I just put some pom-pom trim, and this pops out along with this, and then I change it out. And the board I got from Hobby Lobby, and it is long enough. It was actually quite challenging to find something long enough for this design. but I found it and it works. So if you're interested, Hobby Lobby, and it's just an unfinished piece of wood, and then I just painted it black. All right, so a little bit of haul. Actually, before haul, I just have a couple of Christmas charts that I've had tucked away that sometimes we like to see what people have purchased and ready to start. I'm not going to be starting these this year, but I do have them in the lineup. Patchwork Deer by Heart and Hand. I've always loved this one, and I do have the colors for those. Country Cottage Needleworks Forest Snowfall. This is one that I could start in January. I thought that was so sweet. The other day I was thinking, I haven't shared any Plum Streets with you, and I am a fan of Plum Street samplers. Paulette Stewart, I love her patterns. I do have some finishes that I've done for spring and summer. I've done This Is the Day. I've done the animal stacks. I've done the Wool and Company and the Wool and Flax, or Milk and Cream, and then those two that are companion pieces. I've done those. Those are in my pantry. So when spring and summer hit, I'll be sharing those. But I do have a couple of Plum Street samplers for winter, and this is the Christmas Mini Moon. That one's so sweet. And this Happy Morning, it does have those trees, so I feel like it could be a Christmas. And I'm debating whether or not to stitch it on the black or the beige. Not sure yet. The Prairie Schooler Barnyard Christmas. I really love those. And I've had those kitted. Kathy Barrick North Pole. Sorry for the glare. I really love this vintage Santa. And I shared this last time. I met Cecilia Turner at the Shepherd's Bush shop and Christmas etchings. I have that one. So those are all in my Christmas book. All right, now on to haul. Just a couple of things. While Roger was in England, he brought me home some goodies, and one is this cute tote bag. Well, hello, said the mole. And this is a Charlie Mackesy. If you're not familiar, he wrote a book about some forest animals who have quite a lot of useful and interesting and thought-provoking things to say about life and questions to ask and answer. What do you think success is? To love, said the mole. So we love that book, and Roger knows that I love bags, so thank you, Roger. I ordered this Most Wonderful by the Shakespeare's Peddler, and I love those little ornaments hanging from the garland. And another Jingle Ball purchase. I found this Sleeping Bee. And if you look close, the beehives have snow. So I thought that would be perfect for Utah winters. For Christmas, I received... Not Christmas, sorry. My birthday. Roger gifted this for me for my birthday, and this is Prairie Home, Lori Holt's book. And so my sister and I we sat down and looked at this while she visited me for my birthday, and we looked through this and thumbed through and decided which ones we wanted to stitch up or to sew up. If we had all the time, right? Okay. All right, so that's my haul. And then I have one plan, and then share just a couple of quilty things. In my last video, I talked about a sal that I wanted to start in January. And the idea is to do a Throwback Thursday and choose a pattern that you've had for quite some time, some, a chart that you haven't started yet, or maybe you've already started, a whip, maybe your oldest whip or something. Mine is going to be Summertime by Stony Creek. And I purchased this back in 1992 before we left for Wisconsin. And then it just got tucked away in my things. And then I started it in 2018 when I did a Mania. And this is how far I got. And I was actually doing that, working out on Thursdays. So this is the sash of her dress, and that's her arm and her hat. And then just using all the called for DMC. Love all these colors. And then housed in this bag. So if you'd like to participate with me, sew along, I'm going to be calling it hashtag Throwback Thursday Sal, Stitching Sal, whatever is available as far as a name. And then I'll post on Instagram, and then let me know if you want to join me. It'd be nice to have some company with that. All right, just a couple of quilty news. I had a viewer in my last video ask about the quilt that I had hanging right there. I switched it out. That's my Christmas, but I had this, and she asked how I did it. And this is it's just a little one. I use it as a table runner or tuck it away, roll it up in a basket. It's been several places in my house. This is a very simple idea that I got from the Moda Bake Shop, and all you do is make a 9-patch with 5-inch squares. You could use Charm Pack or not. I used a Charm Pack, and then I sewed together 4 9-patch blocks, and then sliced them. I quartered them. So you have your 9-patch, and then you quarter right in the center. So cut it into fourths, and then you just cut skinny strips. I think I measured it. I think it was like maybe 1 1/4 inch sashing, and then you just sew those in between your blocks, and then put a wide border around it. So I think this would be so fun to do. You could do a Christmas quilt. You could do a table runner going long instead of in a square, or you could make a baby quilt. You can do all kinds of things with this idea, and it's just super simple. You don't need a pattern. Just remember the 9-patch and quarter it. That's all you do. Easy peasy. Love it. Okay, I think I'll share this one first. This is, I thrifted this box. It came just like this with this pattern in it. Here's the box. All the fabrics were in it for this quilt, remember when, and they're all wovens. They're really nice, and wovens and flannels. And I did go through it and found some blocks were sewn up already, but most of them were not. And so the other day I woke up to snow, and I thought, I have a day off, I'm gonna just start working on this. And so I did. I sorted through, and I finished all the blocks. And then in January, the next time we have a snowy morning, I might get the itch to pull it out, spread out all the blocks, figure out where I want to put them, and then organize them into rows and sew them all together. So I'll be gifting that to somebody special. Okay, I'm going to share this WIP for a quilt, and then I'll share a finished quilt, and then I'll be done. So this is I'm doing this with my daughters as a sew along, and this is our puff quilt. And so what it is this is a pocket, so you can stuff your stuffing inside. And so once you get all of your squares, all of your blocks sewn together, and what it is the back is just a 1/2 inch bigger than your front, and you sew it with a little pleat in the center so that you have space to make it pop for a puff. And then I just chain stitched all these, and I have 82 plus, I need to have like 220, and I'm probably about halfway done. I have more over there, and I'm making this for a granddaughter. It's going to be a twin size for her bed. So that's a surprise. My 2 daughters are in the process of, I think they're finished with the cutting, and now they need to start sewing. And life has just got busy, and so we'll probably get back to it in January. So that is the progress on our puff quilt, and I'll keep you posted on that. It's going to be fun, because my daughters are quilters now. All right, I'm going to move this and just show you, it's called Homebound. And this is a quilt that I have. I'm not going to get it down. I'll spread it out and take a photo and post it on Instagram. You can see it better. But this is a quilt pattern by 3 Birds and Stitches. And my daughter gifted this to me a few years back for Christmas, and then she gave me a gift certificate to buy the fabric. And so I finally did it. She says, "Mom, you need a Christmas quilt. You don't have a Christmas quilt." So I got marching orders from her and got it done. It's a really beautiful pattern, and it was really fun to put together. And then here's like a shaded version, so you can see different ways you can do it. So that is my quilting news. And so just wanted to wish all of you a Merry Christmas. I hope that you can find the time to stitch, to relax and enjoy company, time to reflect on the true meaning of Christmas, and be with those you love. So grateful to be part of this community, and so grateful to be stitching with all of you. Be inspired and grateful every day, and we'll see you next time.